Hello, my little whittle itty cutie pies. Welcome to episode 5 of our adventure. As you'll notice, today's episode is quite a long one, and that's because...
Yo, what's up, cocksuckers? I'm out of jail.
Holy shit, Donald. I thought you'd be inside for longer since they had you on tax evasion or some dumb shit.
Yeah, I felt kind of sad when they arrested you. I mean, you guys are my best buds. I don't want that shit going down.
Shut the fuck up, Joe. You sound almost as gay as Drake. Yeah, they tried arresting me on some bullshit once again, but you know your boy T-Dog always comes out on top. The second day in, I was already found innocent because the other guys were withholding evidence to my innocence. Besides, you really think you guys would survive without the greatest barbarian there was?
I like cheesecake.
Yeah, that's great, Joe. Still kind of pissed they arrested me right after we got back from vacation. I was worried I'd have to Zoom call for this fucking thing. Besides, when they gave me a cell, it was with some dude named Jamal talking about his meat hammer. Now I know no one has a bigger tower in their trouser than the Trumpster, but that dude freaked me out.
Meat hammer is what Jill calls me in bed.
The only thing she calls you is a fucking idiot whenever she catches you sniffing kids.
I just like Johnson & Johnson shampoo. I told you guys.
Yeah, that's funny, Joe, and Donald still isn't fat.
Shut the fuck up. I don't take any trash talk from someone who plays a woman. Anyway, let's start this shit.
Now that we're all here, I'd like everyone to introduce their wonderful little selves before we begin.
Hello, everyone. I am Dragmir the Firebearer. I am the party's level 3 Dragonborn Paladin.
And it is I, the greatest, most majestic creature of them all.
The fattest and the fucking dumbest, too.
Shut the fuck up. Don't you have an NBA championship to celebrate?
You mean the WNBA? No one fucking watches women's basketball except for white people over 30.
At least we can finally agree on something. See that, Barack? Maybe the race war isn't so near after all. Anyway, like I was saying, my barbarian's pecs are absolutely glistening. I mean, I'm just too beautiful for the eye to handle. It's almost able to make you blind. Some say he's the mightiest. Hell, he's simply just perfect, really. It's why everyone loves me. One look and they fall for me. Men want to mow my lawn and paint my house, while I give their wives the golden tower inside my bungalow.
And what's the name of your character, dumbass?
My name? Well, it's quite simple, really. I'm D-Dog J Rizzle with a capital T, baby. I'm the Trumpster level 3 barbarian of wild magic.
I'm the J to the B with an I and follow up with my D, Joseph the Dementia Wizard. However, I'm going to start having people call me the Rizzest of all the spellcasters, the Grand Rizzard.
What an original title, except we tend to keep you from anything that's young, female, or even moderately smells nice, since you're such a fucking creep.
No, I'm going to smooth talk my way out of every situation now. You'll see.
And by smooth talk, you mean perform a small amount of sexual harassment and then cry to us when her boyfriend tries beating you up again?
That was one time.
And I'm sure there will be more to come. All right, Obama introduced the most useless one of us all, a woman who can actually drive. Did you pick a hunter because the bow and arrow is the closest you'll feel to your ancestors?
Do you wear a toupee because it's the closest you'll feel to actually having hair? Maybe drink a Slim Fast, you'll actually feel like you're losing weight for once, too, you fat fuck. I should call 911 with the way your knees are begging you to lose weight. Anyway, I'm Terrell in the Elven Ranger level 3.
All right, let's play nice, my teddy weddies. I mean, I don't want my bestie boos to hurt themselves fighting. Anyway, last time on our adventure, the party had ventured deep down into the sewers below town. They eventually came across a forgotten city and were told to defeat the Rat King for your exit out from these depths. Now, after fending off a foul abomination, a crazed scientist has sought to take you all as new experiments.
Before combat starts, I'd like to make a perception check to see if there's water pipes around us anywhere.
See, Joe, here's an issue with that. If you start doing things on your own, it means you have a plan. And if you have a plan, it means something's about to go horribly wrong. Like when you and Shin got drunk at the nightclub for New Year's back in our last campaign and ended up turning the town's food supply into zombie strippers.
Or when you thought the villain was actually just a lesbian with anger issues.
Wait, I wasn't wrong on that last one.
Yes, you fucking were, because it wasn't even a lesbian. It was a white guy named Dave who wanted to sacrifice thousands of people to revive his dead wife.
Yeah, and that sounds gay as fuck to me. Plus, he seemed pretty pissed off.
If I recall, he was angered due to the fact you had proceeded to pull down your trousers and dump a steaming pile of feces on his wife's face in the attempt to intimidate him.
Whatever, just trust me, I have a good plan this time.
All right, well, before combat begins, then I'll allow you to make the perception check.
All right, so I'll roll, and that's a nat fucking 20, baby.
Looking around you, you can see aged cracks, and crevices in the walls exposing old pipes which has high-pressure water rushing through all throughout town.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck, no.
Oh, fuck yeah, baby. I'm casting fireball on the pipes.
Holy shit, someone stop his old ass before he gets us killed.
As a sphere of flame forms into a small ball resembling the blazing sun, you cast it forward, causing a blinding flash to appear before flames erupt in every direction. The workstation belonging to the scientist is sent across the room, and the pipes all simultaneously burst as one is opened. Water rushed through like a never-ending river, which even swept the scientist away into its filthy depths.
Oh no, not again. Ah!
Oh fucking goddammit. Aha.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of your old ass. Ah!
Whee! It's like Six Flags, guys.
You damn bastards, I'll remember this. Ah!
The scientist is pulled under by the current, but our party is rushed through a large corridor, swaying and performing sharp turns as you're tossed around effortlessly through the long and complicated system. The rancid smell of feces and old dirt clings to your body, and the stench of rotted animals and old food feel like dried sugar sticking to your skin. Eventually, you see a light quickly approaching, and suddenly you're thrusted out into open space, flying about 45 feet into the air before you realize you're surrounded by trees and grass. It's the forest outside of town. Your moment of levitation only lasts for a few seconds before you come into a free fall down a large oak tree, its branches barely cushioning your descent.
All right. I believe I'm all right. How is everyone else?
I think I'm fine, but that was a stupid fucking plan.
You dementia-riddled pervert. I oughta kick your ass. You nearly got us killed. Besides, we could have questioned the scientist if we caught him.
Whoa, look, at least we didn't have to waste extra energy in another big fight. Besides, I'm sure with the sewer system flooding, we basically took out the Rat King, so let's get our reward and slip out quick.
You all were pushed out past a large hill which overlooked the town. From your view, the town seems to still be celebrating from earlier, until those cheers transitioned into screams as geysers of sewer water burst from the streets.
Gentlemen, I bid you good day, but I'm not staying here.
Yeah, fuck that. If anyone starts questioning who did it, they'll start blaming the brother from a chocolate mutha.
Hey guys, look, it's like a water park. Let's go see.
Oh shit, no, we're leaving. If we take our eyes off you, you'll somehow figure out how to do 9/11-2, the electric boogaloo. Let's get the fuck out of here before the cops show up.
Where the fuck can we go from here?
Simple. We got this letter about the conspiracy theory, so now we gotta go to the Capitol and figure this shit out.
So while our party slowly disappears off the hill going northeast, the screams of citizens calling for help slowly die off with distance. The sun slowly begins to make its descent into the horizon about an hour later. The temperature drops to a subtle cool, a harsh breeze coming through now, and with little light revealing the way it's become difficult to follow the main road you eventually find yourselves upon.
Fuck, I've never walked this much in my life. All right, so I figure we have about 3 days of travel to the Capitol if we manage to find some horses or a carriage. If not, it'll take about a week. But even so, it's pretty dark, so let's set up camp for the night.
All right, me and Dragmere will set up the tents. You guys start a campfire.
So, with stable shelter having been strung up, a fire to light the area, and a nearby river for a quick bath, the party finds themselves in a comfortable position. For once in the few days you've been in town, there is no threat, no dire mission to complete, only a simple goal and peace from nature. The hoot of an owl occasionally echoes, and some squirrels pass by every so often in search of food scraps.
Well, now that we're all settled, maybe we can pass the time by telling some stories. Truthfully, while we've all experienced so much together, I still don't know really anything about your backstories.
Okay, well, I suppose I shall go first. When I was but a young blood, I was surrendered by my parents to the Holy Temple after a Crusader raid came through the day prior. I still remember the ember turning the straw roofing of our houses to smoldering ash. The cry of my parents as tears strung down their scaled cheeks before the enemy pierced them with silver weapons. It was horrible. They believed I'd never remember, yet I can always clearly recall their faces, the way they laughed and cheered each other on. I was then raised as a paladin, showing divine power through my faith and skills in vanquishing what they deemed as evil. Eventually, however, I had finally managed to make my escape. But they hunted me down, hunted me day and night until they finally struck me with an arrow and sent me hurtling down a waterfall's edge. As you can see, I'm still alive, but my memory is foggy after I had woken up. Though I do remember meeting Teraline a few months later.
Wow, that had to be the gayest sob story I've ever heard. Let me show you how a real man gets chest hair. I remember the day I was born, the entire village was surrounding me because I was born wrapped in streaks of golden locks for hair. My baby body already had a six-pack, and my muscles were strong enough to let me bend metal. As I grew up, I only became more amazing. I got laid with every girl in town. Hell, I even took everyone's mom to prom. But a large group of bandits suddenly showed up, saying how our village chief hadn't paid them. I was the only one brave enough to step forward. In fact, my bravery made one of them shit their pants, and all the ladies cheered for me. I even think one threw me her panties. I flexed my amazing pecs, but it wasn't enough. They launched their attack. I did my best to take them down one by one, and my awesome display of badassery eventually scared them off before they could do any real damage. The chief was so proud of me, like a father does when he gets his first dollar, and eventually has golden toilets like mine. He told me I was destined for greatness and sent me on a noble quest to let the rest of the world gaze at my glory.
You are so gay.
Shut the fuck up, you're still a woman.
Yea, and I've already made better life choices than you. I belong to an ancient tribe of druids belonging to the Fey forests. While everyone practiced their attunement with nature and their catering to animals, I always possessed the warrior spirit. I hunted, I practiced fighting, and I was always on the prowl for improving my skills. But my mother never approved. We were a pacifist tribe. We never fought. I always disagreed with her ways, and eventually this got me kicked out. I never regretted it, though. This whole journey I've been on has been life-changing. I wish my mother could see me now, wherever she is. Anyway, eventually I got into a human town and disguised myself, learned a few tricks here and there to survive the streets. One day, though, I had went out hunting near the river and came across Dragmere. We've been traveling together ever since.
That sounds retarded.
Well, I was a sorcerer's apprentice. I was a student to a grand wizard named Pontiff. We were the dynamic duo, like father and son. Hell, he even gave me a piggy bank to hold my quarters. But I remember the day everything fell apart. The Society of Arcane Wizardry had stated Pontiff wasn't approved to practice magic and attempted to take away his abilities. He fought with everything he had, fireballs shooting into massive meteors, geysers of water pushing back walls of fire, and tectonic plates rising up to stop fungal armies. But he only had so much magic, and soon enough their numbers overpowered him. He sent me into a secret escape tunnel that led out down the cliff his tower was built on. The last thing I was, when looking back, was a big explosion in the tower's peak. I haven't seen Pontiff since then. Last I heard anything about his name, he was with some group in a cyberpunk city on another continent. I'm hoping one day I can go see him again.
See, now that's a tearjerker. Unlike the gay love story you both have.
Shut the fuck up. I swear, if there was two of you, then you'd fuck yourself with how much you love your character. Anyway, it's late. I think we better get an early start tomorrow if we want to find a better way at getting to the capital. And don't worry, everyone. Though we all have different goals in our story, we are a team, and we'll conquer every challenge we seek to face together. Because what are we?
The fucking G-Dogs, baby, and our enemies will never forget it.
And so our party retreats into the confines of their tents, the campfire slowly dying out as wood wasn't added to further its flame. The night was peaceful, and soon the stars begun to disappear from the sky as the familiar paint of blue filled the space above, and the beams of gold and ember from the rising sun peeked over the horizon. It was a new day, and thus a new adventure.
All right, guys, all packed up. We have to get a head start on this thing.
Wow, I'm actually surprised you're taking this mission seriously for once.
You kidding me? Some terrorist fucks want to do some corrupt shit in my country? I mean, at this point, I'm guessing the villain is Hillary. But either way, people can't admire me if they're dead, so let's get a move on.
That's the spirit, sort of, I guess. Anyway, another day and another adventure, guys. The G-Dogs are back on the road.
And so, early in the morning hours, the party takes off after packing up camp. Your footsteps leaving tracks in the dirt road you travel upon, trees surrounding you on either side, and the sun still rising ahead. From the high elevation, you can see far off into the distance the peaks of the capital's glistening towers and walls, a secure city where the greatest mystery now awaits them in its seemingly metropolis-style space. Thank you for watching Episode 5. Please press the like and subscribe button. Episode 6 will be released next weekend.